had told me that, so I can record it too, right?
Yeah, I'll record it and send you the link.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you might be able to. I've not tried that.
Yeah, I've got a record button over here. Someone had said, oh yeah, anytime you can, but I was trying to record last night and it didn't have that option.
That is interesting. So can you can see me? Like if I hold my phone up, you can see that?
Yep. Uh-huh.
All right. Because I'm little and you're big.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, just so you can see what I'm doing.
Okay.
Or if we can split screen this.
Yeah, I've got, I see you and me now.
I see you and me, but I'm still tiny.
Mine says speaker view, which I don't know. I've only used Zoom a little bit.
How about, where does it say speaker view?
Up there at the top, where I have exit full screen, but next to it, it's got speaker view, and it's got us both next to each other.
Well, I don't have that. Gallery view. Oh, what do you know? Look at that.
Does it work?
Fancy.
Woo!
Cool.
Awesome.
So, you want to learn how to market from your phone?
Yeah, because a lot of times I'm on my phone while I'm at work, yeah.
So, I mean, I do 90% of my work on this thing.
Okay.
I only do really Zoom meetings on the computer. And
okay.
Webinar too, but I even do webinars from my phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you have slides and everything, or is it just like
I can set up slides if I want, but I usually just have them in my gallery, and then I just switch it over when I'm sharing the screen.
Uh-huh.
And then I can keep talking.
Oh, is that and that's through Zoom?
Mm-hmm.
And do you have an iPhone or a Samsung?
Samsung.
I have an iPhone, but I haven't messed with it yet.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters whether you have one or the other, because I know my friend Josh has an iPhone and he does the same stuff that I do.
I'll have to play with that then, because I do think I have Zoom. I know I have Zoom on my phone also. Yeah, and I watched your video about how you put it over into Messenger, and I did like that, and I started doing that a little bit, and then I had forgotten about going in and sharing blog posts. So, like usually on my lunch hour, I just get on my laptop and do stuff on my laptop. So that's, and I wasn't sure if I needed to, like, does it matter if you share? Like if I post something on my business page, this is one thing I was thinking with ManyChat. If I posted something on my business page and then shared it to a group with ManyChat, that would be doable, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I like sharing from my business page because people can find you there and then go see what you're up to.
Okay. Yeah, I ran an ad to get a lot of people on my business page, and then I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, but it's done, so.
No,
okay.
That's actually good, because Facebook's more generous if you have more people watching you.
Okay.
You know, if a lot of these people are getting into trouble because they go out at the shoot, not many of their friends do social marketing, and then they act super aggressive and they just get flagged.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a lot of followers and a lot of friends, you won't get flagged near as much.
Well, knock on wood, I hate to say that I haven't. One time I got into some trouble. I was way back when I was just copying and pasting from into Messenger, but it was maybe a year or so ago. It's been a long time, and something popped up and I was like, huh. And then, you know how it pops up and then it leaves, and then I couldn't do it anymore. And then I was like, oh, okay, I got in trouble. But I haven't really gotten into a lot of trouble with the other stuff, but then I'm not, I try to track like how many people I friend and how many, like just with hash marks. I started out before this keeping track of like writing their names down, which was just a waste of time because if they don't accept or whatever, it just didn't work. So I've just been like, okay, let me just count how many people I'm doing. So I think in posting in groups, I'm not even doing 10 groups a day, which I know I need to get a lot more.
A lot more.
Yeah. Because I'm not getting a lot of leads. I'm getting some, but not a lot.
Yeah. I probably post in 10 groups every 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh, God. Wow. Yeah, I'm way behind on that then. So that's probably why I'm not getting in trouble.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I post when maybe I should be not posting because I'm doing other things I should be paying attention to, but but it's just got to be a point where I got to hit a minimum amount of posts every day my zero level marketing is that high. And it's just, I have a fierce competitor. His name is Josh.
Well, that's good.
It's really a game for us because we both want to win.
Right.
And we laugh a lot about that. But
well, and I've noticed like even when I do it, it takes me more than like a couple of minutes. Like even when I was like going to Messenger and copying and then taking it, I'd copy the image. I think I was copying the image, and then I'd copy the text. And a couple of them, I'd do the text on Messenger, and then I'd hit return or enter, and it would go in. So I'd have like 2 pieces of text, which isn't bad because I can I can copy them in there and give it some space. But
so are you doing this on ManyChat?
I haven't yet, but
I'm not either.
Yeah, I like ManyChat just because I've got like I love doing Facebook Lives. So a lot of the stuff I do, I promote Facebook Lives, and I've got like tips, like just a PDF that I like to just hand out. But I also now put that into a funnel so that when I go in these groups, I'm going to start posting about doing lives and getting them that way I can get leads, because I like ManyChat to do the automation, but as far as like collecting their information, you got to go, you got to get it, but you don't get it. And then you got to ask for it a second time, which is kind of, might be kind of people.
I'm only focusing on what I do really well. And, once I become an L5, then I'll focus on what I don't do really well.
Well, and it's really funny. I did a Zoom sometime. I was in the mentorship program for 6 months last year. So I started August and February or whatever, which I liked it, but I got hit with so much stuff that, like every week, like we ran ads. I didn't need to run ads. Then I set up my blog, and I still am not real good at my blog, but then I can run my Facebook Lives and put them in my blog is what I should be doing. Or, not every time, but then going in and writing a blog about my live, and stuff like that. So I just got hit with all this stuff, but I didn't have time to implement it, So every week I was learning something new, which was great. And then they had a questionnaire at the end of it, like a grading system. And I think pretty much everybody flunked. But, and they were like, hey, you want some more training? I'm like, no, I need to implement. I mean, I'll be a training tool, but I won't have anything because I won't be consistent in any of it. So I did a ManyChat Zoom, which I think it would still relate, just how to do a basic ManyChat. But it's kind of funny that, like, Steve Cribden was my coach, and he doesn't use ManyChat.
Nope.
I said, well, I'll do it for you. And it's still, I can do it, but he hasn't really he's working on other stuff. And then I know Kay Samji said something like, yeah, I probably should do ManyChat. And I'm thinking, all these big people aren't doing it. And that might even be another source of income to say, hey, I'll do them for you. How, do you want to do the live and you give me the keyword and I tie it together? Or I don't think they'd really want me to create the whole ManyChat. Just have them have the post and then me create the ManyChat. But I don't think Steve even uses his business page hardly at all.
He does not use it. No, he's very similar to the way I do it. Talking on the phone and then getting them on a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And he's not getting into any trouble as far as, getting locked out and everything.
Well, so the difference is we got like 300 plus people in Triple Play all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, once the Triple Play is over, the people that stay consistent are going to see even better results.
Yeah.
And, a good portion will just drop out off and not be consistent. But Steve's been working on what works for him for a lot of years.
Right.
He really doesn't need to change it. He just needs to do more of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of in the same boat. I've been working with Diane for many years now, and I already know what she's going to teach. And so I just do what I do, but my competitive side wants to be at the top of the class all the time. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And I'm teaching Josh.
Oh.
And so Josh is like cruising because he's actually doing and doing a lot. And,
right.
He did a lot more before me in the beginning. And I'm like, no, wait a second. I'm going to stop teaching you and start crushing it because I'm tired of looking at that.
Yeah.
So we all got to find the niches. But when you use your laptop to post in groups, for me, when I have to copy an image, then paste an image, then copy the text and paste the text, I spend clicking more times than I do on my phone.
Oh, okay.
When I copy to my clipboard on my phone, I can hold the space down and it says paste. When you copy on the laptop, you have to highlight the text, right click, copy over here, right click, paste. On my phone, it's paste.
So when you do that, are you pretty much posting the same image and text in multiple groups at one time?
Yeah, I'll show you exactly what I do.
Okay. And there was one other thing. I know what I was going to ask you. So, we join all these groups, which I like the idea of just kind of concentrating on if I'm going to post 20, if you do that many posts, 10 groups every couple of minutes, how many groups do you totally post in?
It depends. I belong to hundreds of groups. The ones that I post regularly come up first in my feed. So, and that varies a little bit. Sometimes when I got time, I'll scroll down and hit a couple new groups and they'll pop up to the top. But probably the top 50 that are on my phone.
Okay.
For me, it's a time thing. I drive Uber at night, so I drop someone off and I post a few times and I pick someone up and I stop. But typically on Wednesdays, I'm usually driving Uber from about 3 o'clock till midnight. So when it comes to Wednesday webinars, between 4:30 and 6, I'm in traffic with riders. So I'm just posting like crazy.
Oh, okay.
I can do it with my thumb. My phone's on the holder there in the car, and I'm just like, do.
Yeah.
I can knock it out. But even like I create all my images on here. I have my own type of program like Stencil on here that I use. I have ways that, you know, if you open your gallery and say my ad that I want to run is down here, I can you take it and I condense a little bit and I save it and it goes to the top.
Okay.
And so that's a way that I always have what I want right on top.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
You know,
I don't
and
think
then
mine does that.
I do this is another thing I do in my notepad. I'll scroll over to it. I got one area that has all my campaigns. There's all my campaigns. I don't know if you can see it.
No.
I can dull it out a little bit. You can kind of see. I have all my campaigns that I ever make for everything.
And that has your link on it and everything?
Everything. And if I want to say something else, then I type it in and change it. But I just copy it and paste it to my clipboard. And then I can copy and paste that in any group I want.
Okay.
Like, see, so the one I've been using lately, I'll copy it. Just like that. Copy it, it's in my clipboard. I'll do this really quick for you. It's just ridiculously easy. I go to my Facebook page. In the search bar, I type in groups I belong to. And that pops up. There's the groups that I belong to. I hit see all, and there they all pop up. They're all right there. And we'll scroll down to the first one I usually hit. Right here, we'll go boom. It's open. In the place, there we go. Where it says write something, I click on it. And then it says photo. I add photo. My photo's right there. That's done. In the say something, I hold it down. I paste it, and I post it. That's one post.
Oh, yeah. Now, do your photos have writing on them, or are they just images?
I make my own photos. So what I do is I go into MLSP on my phone, and I take screenshots of the capture pages and all the wordings.
Okay.
And then I go back to my gallery, and I crop different stuff out I want. And so that's all cropped out, and that's in my gallery. And then I use a thing called Texagram.
Okay.
That's my program that I've used for years. But Texagram, basically, there's all my campaigns right there. You know, and I can empty canvas. It comes up with places for words. But I don't put my words. I normally don't write on my images because it's a time constraint. Just add pictures.
Okay.
You know, like I got some pictures that come up here. I got one of the river, and I usually add that as my background, and that's done. Then I can add another picture, and I'll add that campaign that we were just using right there. And another thing I recommend is adding pictures of yourself, because then people recognize who you are. People focus on, you know, images.
Right.
So, I mean, I do something like that, and there it is. I'm all done.
Oh, wow.
All done. I don't have to do anything else.
Oh, okay. So you're able to stack. Not really stack, but you can add a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, just layer it. You can bring whatever you want to the front. So that's done. I use in the same clipboard message. I go back over to groups. You know, I'm already doing what I want. Here I am in this. I'm posting already. There it is. It's at the top. It's right up there at the top. I hit it. I'm done. Paste.
So you don't even really you have everything's on that image, so you don't really even have to add text.
No, I do the text in the write something area. And it's all on my clipboards. And you have to if you hold your finger on the clipboard, the paste option comes up. Paste. Done. It's already posted.
I got you. Okay, so you create your image how you want what you're going to. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's definitely fast.
Pop that stuff into these groups fast. And another thing I don't do, or one I recommend people not doing, when they type so much to where it says see more, you're asking someone to take action before they're interested.
Yeah.
So if you want a call to action, that should be click my link. So I keep my copy small enough to where the link is there and it never says see more.
Okay.
Because most people, if it says see more, they're gone. They scroll on.
Right.
I've seen everything I want to see. I'm out of here.
Okay.
Some people will just click the link to check it out. And if your block type on your image matches what they see and it grabs them, then they type in their information.
So, okay. So that's another reason to copy from MLSP. I gotcha.
Yeah, I'll show you a couple of my other ones here that I created. I mean, I have all of them are right here, just like stencil. They're all here.
Okay.
So I have this one that I created. This is for top earners. So I put, because it's top earners, I put myself on the leaderboard. Here's one that's, I've seen on TV, so many people want to, ooh, I saw it on TV, so it's like, it's a hook. You're always looking for a hook.
Right.
I got all sorts of them, and I got this one I did really well, just with me and my fishing, and so I create my own that look like me, no links. I post them through the groups all the same. I always have a picture of me. I have some kind of usually fishing knowledge or something, but whatever you love to do, add that to it.
Okay.
And they'll start making that connection with you. So when they go over to your wall and they see you doing the same thing, they're like, oh, this person really does this. It's really, really important to help have people connect to you. So big leverage that I use in groups is I don't always post links. I don't. I post pictures of myself with memes. And there's always pictures of me because I want people to see me and remember me. That's a huge what Diane calls it, when you use-centric yourself to what you're doing, you get a better quality lead.
Okay.
So like in doing funnels, when we first start doing funnel, we just put pictures of ourselves and type. And since you're doing lives, you can do short videos that introduced any of the system campaigns. You use the capture page, add the thank you page. Now you've use-centric that campaign. Then you can create it and do it just like this on your phone.
Wow.
So
wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Now, and we talked about, I don't know, did we talk about doing video, or was it talked about in the triple play that groups don't like for you to have a lot of video, or?
Groups don't like you going live.
Okay.
They don't like you going live because the group owners are like, I don't know, they get offended by that.
Okay.
But videos, if you can keep your video 90 seconds or shorter with a hook and some kind of call to action, whether it's the link or not. Another thing that I do is it's the links that get us in trouble. Because we got 300 plus people sharing the same links. Yeah, we have a lot of campaigns, but more often than not, people gravitate to the same ones, and that's how we get blocked.
Okay.
Videos, your call to action is go visit me on my business page. It's over here. You'll see a lot of my videos. I'm like, if you like what you're hearing here, you can find me, Martin Danzer, on YouTube. You can find me, Magical Martin, on Twitter, or you can go over to Instagram and find me. And so then they can type that in, they'll find you. And when they see the same stuff, relative information everywhere, they're creating this mental image of you. If they see it more than 7 times, and then they see you somewhere without anything going on, they go, I know him.
Oh.
And that's the way your mind works.
Yeah.
And we want our people to imprint our images in their brain. And even if we're not super successful, we're successful because they see it.
Right.
It's that billboard advertising deal.
Wow.
But you don't have to, if you send someone from these groups over to your wall, now they're going to start watching you. And I've had hundreds of people say, go over to my wall and then send me a message. I see you post in the groups all the time. What do you do?
I like
Boom.
that.
Boom.
Wow. Now, do you, when you do your videos and you say you don't have okay, so I got this straight. You'll have your video and you'll just say, hey, go over to my business page or whatever. And do you give them, because like mine is Shari Roberts 55. And if they see, because my name is spelled Shari, it's easier to find. And I'm like, my profile has my name, so it's not like, oh, well, how did she spell it? Because they can see it. So do you just say the name, is yours just your name for your wall? Are you calling your wall your business page?
No.
You're talking your blog?
No, I don't have a blog. I don't blog.
Oh. Okay, so your wall is where?
My wall is my Facebook wall.
Okay.
Yeah, just my standard Facebook wall.
Okay. So you do most of your posts, you send them to your wall, your profile. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't post a lot of event stuff. I posted last night's webinar, but I always post it like 15 minutes before it's happening. So if someone sees it, they can jump on. But I never get people jumping on through my wall.
Okay.
I just post memes and pictures of me and my Greece office and, various things like that.
How often do you post on your wall daily? A lot?
Every chance I get.
So you don't worry about, they say, oh, don't post on your wall more than 3 times a day or whatever.
Who made that rule up?
Whoever's following algorithms that I can't even understand.
No, and okay. Here's the way to look at it. I know a lot of people call me kooky with this one, but this is actually very relevant. When you approach what you're doing with the fear of getting shut down, you will get shut down. If you approach what you're doing going, oh, I can only post a couple of times on my page, that's all I can do, or I'm going to get shut down. Then if you post more, you'll get shut down. Put that clear out of your brain. You're sharing your thoughts, you're sharing your life, you're sharing you with Facebook and the world. Who says I can't post every hour all day long? Nobody.
Yeah. And it is, what I'm learning, it is what's your norm. If your norm is 3 times a day, okay, but if your norm is every hour, it's really your norm, not anything set. Okay.
Right. And just like anything, you start with a few and you keep adding it. It also has to do with how many friends do you have on Facebook? How many followers do you have? I got 4,000 followers and, just under 5,000 friends.
Okay. Yeah,
so
I don't have
Facebook
that.
is going to go, you're fine, do whatever you want, it's all good.
Yeah. I was going to say,
so you got to take the time to build that up.
Yeah, because even my followers right now, I was under 500 and I'm just at 783.
That's good.
Yeah, but it's grown a lot. And then my friends are at 25 or 2855. So
good.
How
many friend requests do you get a day?
I was getting a whole lot. Today, I think I've only gotten maybe 10. I haven't had very many. But I didn't follow typically I've been trying to follow around 30 to 40 a day. I got to go find some more people to follow. Find some more people to follow.
Like, so who you been following?
I've been following Mel Robbins, Rachel Jackson, Eric Worre, and that's about it. I used to be in World Ventures, so I jumped over to their trainer because I'm not in there anymore, so I can prospect. But so I started going over to his. He hasn't posted a lot. He's not doing a lot. And what I've done to find Rachel Jackson, I just went to, I did like a search of the top MLM women, and they gave me like 60, or something like that. And so I need to make a list of some more people to follow. And then I've started going into like the kind of spammy groups. And if someone makes a comment like, hey, if you want to make $1 million and pay 10, and the people, comment info, well, I'll go with the people that are commenting. I'll just go see if they got their follow button on, start following.
So there you go. That's one of my little secrets is I don't even go that far. I go to the group, I click on members, and I start following them.
That's a good one, yeah, because there's like some of them 45,000 people.
Yeah, and everybody in the group is in the same industry.
Mm-hmm. Now, you don't even worry if you have mutual friends or anything. If they have a follow button, you're going to hit it.
I don't care if they have mutual friends or not. The whole point is to get them to come follow you. The ones that want to see you will. The ones that don't won't. Mm-hmm. If as I'm doing it, somebody's profile catches my eye, I go to their page, their cover photo or something makes me curious, I'll scroll down and I'll check out their posts. And more often than not, if I go like a few of their posts and comment on their posts, and then I follow them, they'll come back and follow me. Mm-hmm. Like my posts. People do what you do. We're all sheep.
I'm sorry. Do you I've kind of gone, when you say you look at their cover photo and all that, is it are you looking for spammy stuff, or are you looking for stuff that you
I'm just looking for something that interests me.
Okay.
I'm a Zen gardener. I like meditation. I like thoughtfulness and peacefulness and quietness. I like fishing. So if I see someone post a picture of the water with a bunch of flowers or some kind of Zen-y thing, someone posted this Zen garden of this raked sand, and I've done that for a living. So I see that and I'm like, oh, I got to check this person out.
Okay, so you actually you're connecting with the people that you want to connect with.
Absolutely,
not necessarily
that are like me. Mm-hmm. Because in turn, the people, I'm looking for people that are looking for me. And if they already like what I do and I like their page, I follow them, and I start participating in their lives, they'll come start participating in mine. Right. Maybe they like my stuff, maybe they don't. But this is all about connecting with like-minded, I hate using that, like-minded people, but people that have similar life.
Well, it's kind of like when you're finding your target audience. Your target audience is typically someone like you. So, yeah, you might as well connect with those people.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this. What about because I was in those groups and then I started getting all these notifications, and I turned off notifications, but then I didn't know if I should turn them back on if they try to connect with me, okay.
This is the thing. Every time I join a group, I turn off the notification, I turn off the follow button.
Okay.
Because you can unfollow all the groups.
Okay.
I already know I already know 300 people posting in all the same groups I am. I don't want a notification every time they post.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. I only want to see notifications of things that I'm interested in. So I turn all that stuff off.
Okay.
I know everyone leaves it on, which also makes it great for when I post, because I post 50 times in a row, and they'll scroll through their notifications. Shit, this guy just posted 50 times. Oh no, he just posted 50 times again and again and again. They're just like, oh my God, this guy, that's all he does.
Right.
But I don't want to know.
Okay. Well, and then I didn't realize it automatically goes to seeing notifications. Like when I was like, I'm not adding all these people. That's when I started thinking, oh, I need to go in there and edit them all. Yep. And then I thought, oh, because there's been a couple times, like when I've done some like, I created that link for my tips, and I was like, hey, if you need any help, contact me. And I was like, oh, well, if they comment, so I don't need to say comment on this post, I can just say PM me or something like that.
Right.
If they want it, they'll come find me. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Everybody can find everybody if they want to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, and I know I've started, I typically, when I see people that send me friend requests, if I have no friends, usually they're men with the same, like Tom, John,
yeah, first names, I usually don't accept them.
Yeah. And I've even, some of the women, if I don't have a mutual friend, I kind of look a little more, because I've gotten a lot of that with women. It's kind of funny, the people that you accept their friend request and then they immediately message you and they're like, oh, I got to tell you have you heard what happened to me? And I'm like, we just met. I don't know why. And sometimes I mess with them, but lately I'm like, I don't even have time to mess with you. I'm just going to block you. And then I block them on Facebook because I don't want them hitting up all my friends.
Oh, I block, 20 people a day.
Yeah.
I just do. I mean, I'm over it. Diane taught me, just don't bother, block and move on.
Yeah. And some people in the group have started friending people that they shouldn't be. And I was just like, that's why I'm like, okay, I could know 24 mutual friends, and they're the guys that are, a general and a widow. I'm just like, yeah, y'all didn't look at that one very close.
No. And it really does pay to take time, and look at everybody. But that said, we're all limited with time. Mm-hmm. And another thing Diane teaches is, yes, you want to accept the friends that have the most mutual friends first, and do as many of those as you can. And until you get up to like 4,900 and you start sorting, mm-hmm. You don't want to accept people that don't have mutual friends, because it's the mutual friends that do similar postings as you that tells Facebook it's okay that you can post.
Okay.
The more friends that we have, that's why Diane said in the beginning in Triple Play, I want everybody in the group to friend everybody in the group. We're all doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. Facebook will go, oh, okay, cool. We got 500 people posting 20 times a day. Okay, cool.
That's all right.
It's the same link.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that is cool. You've given me. I was wondering about the whole group thing, because I was like getting like 60 notifications. I'm like, even if I got a notification that was sufficient, I wouldn't know it because there's so many of them. And then Facebook's done some kind of weird thing, like you can't scroll on your phone, at least on my iPhone, that, it just shakes like that. And I was just like, well, that's even more useless. So
yeah, once I figured that out, it took me like an hour every day for about 5 days to scroll through all my groups and turn it off. Mm-hmm. So when I add 10 groups a day now, once they accept me, the first thing I do is I post, and then I turn off my notifications and unfollow it.
Okay.
I just don't I don't care who posts in there. I don't. Yeah. I don't.
Well, they're either people in the Triple Play or they're Bitcoin, or, hey, I found this new thing to make whatever. Right. Have you heard the one about there's supposed to be this new social media platform, and it was in pre-launch was going to take the place of Facebook. And
What's it called?
I don't even know if I got that far with them. They were pre-launching like a week or so ago.
Let's see. We have a pre-launch of a company that no one's ever heard of going up against a company that has multiple billions of users.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone was asking me like, don't you want to get involved? And I'm like, and they're like, you're going to get paid to post and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, yeah.
Yes, it would be nice to get on board of what could be a multi-billion-dollar company, but I don't want that many friends. I don't want that much money. A lot of work having that kind of money. I don't want that kind of money.
Right.
You know, I want enough to survive doing what I love to do and, you know, be able to go fishing every day. I'd be happy with that. My garden and go fishing every day.
Yeah.
Well, really don't need a whole ton of money for that.
Right. And that's me, you know, people are like, oh, I want enough so that I don't have to go to work every day and I can live the way I mean, it's not like I'm okay with my house. It's not even big. I'd probably be more content being able to travel places than I would. Like, I don't want a big house. Then I have to pay somebody to clean it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We live in a 400 square foot house.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to upscale to a 1,000 square foot house.
Oh, wow. Now, where are you? Are you in Oregon?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been in my same house almost 30 years and
oh my gosh,
had 2 kids and they're gone. And I'm like, I think it might be 1,400 square feet or something like that. My husband's got a garage and he's happy now. He didn't put a bathroom in it, which he's wishing he had of now, but
yeah, it's what you put the door up at night and go outside.
Yeah, definitely. He's just decided it's too hot here. He wants to go somewhere else. He's like Alaska, St. Thomas, St. something, or in the mountains. And I was like, I can do the mountains.
Yeah.
I don't know about Alaska. It's a little too cold in Alaska.
Yeah, like Montana or even Utah. It's nice in Utah.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
I don't know.
I like Washington. My daughter lived in Washington State, but it's so expensive.
Just like here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I have to make the big bucks because I pay a lot for my 1,000 square foot house.
Yeah, I know. You would not want to know. When I bought this house, I paid less than $60 for it. And that was, then lumber went up and stuff's going up now or more around here, but it's gotten so many people. I'm just like, ugh, I'm ready to get back out in the country.
Yeah. Well, we live in the country now, but we're so far from away where my wife's business is that we have to move back to the city. Just until that gets established more, and then we can move back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess for your Uber, you go back in the city.
Uber is what I'm doing until I don't have to Uber anymore. But right now we're building a business. I'm actually in the process of building 2 different businesses, and so Uber is kind of covering my tail. But also what Uber does is I process when I drive. So when I'm working on some of my other ad budget jobs, I think about it while I'm driving. So I might as well be out making money if I'm going to drive.
Yeah.
So when I'm taking notes, you know, and I stop and I do a audio or a video when I get some thoughts, and then I have it for later when I'm working. But yeah.
That's cool. All right. Well, I think I've picked your brain with all the questions I had, and now I got to work on, I love that idea of create, because I'm like, okay, I got to find the picture, then I use WordSwag a lot, and then Canva's okay on a laptop, but not really that good on a phone. And then if it's specific to a certain campaign, then I've got to like recreate something for the next campaign. But I really, and since I like doing lives, I mean, that's something I can easily promote. That's basic. It's kind of generic.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
You've been very helpful to me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Great.
And I may do a webinar. I don't know. I'm still deciding. I got to plan my webinar, but my husband's working all weekend, and I'm like, yes. Because sometimes he's like, "Are you going to get off your phone?" And I'm like, "I guess."
I'm so lucky. My wife is on the phone more than I am, and she gets it. So we have no dilemmas at all. I can do whatever I want, and she's so busy doing her thing. It's all good.
That's good.
Yeah, we never ever have had that conversation.
Well, I've learned.
Great.
Yeah, I've learned that I read about the 4 love languages, and I figured out he's about like he's like, you can come sit in the garage, and I'm like, sit in the garage. I can't even get the internet connection, but I fixed that. I got to Google the 3 Google little round things. Mm-hmm. So I got Wi-Fi out there, so I'm happy now. I'm like, yeah, I'll come sit out there now. But and I'm one that I like to, I like the verbal, like, you did a good job, and not so much the love part, but just like compliment me and stuff like that. So we've only been married 22 years, and I figured it out like last year.
Well, see, good things take time.
Exactly. And we hadn't gotten divorced yet, so hey.
Oh man, well you got way more into it than I do, so. I'm only on year number 3.
Oh, well, this is my 3rd husband, though.
Well, now there's that.
Right. It took me a while to find a good one. So
well,
that's what people are like.
My 3rd wife. I can live with that one too, but.
Yeah. Well, and I told someone he donated a kidney to my daughter about 4 years ago, and I was like, now I know why. All things have a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's why people are like, well, I don't know, and I'm like, I've been married 3 times. It don't matter. You can start all over.
Yeah.
I'd be unhappy. That's my whole thing.
Exactly.
Miserable. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. And I may be hitting you up through Messenger. But since you'll send me this recording, which is really helpful, because I didn't take a whole lot of notes, because when I'm taking notes, that's one thing about the webinars. If I'm on the webinar and I'm taking notes, I miss something while I'm taking a note. So I like having that replay that I can go back and watch it at a later point in time.
Yeah, and I don't even, like at in Austin for LTD, I didn't take one single note. Every time I take notes, I take it home, I stick it on a shelf, and I never look at it.
Yeah.
So I'm all done taking notes. I do take pictures of the screens of stuff I want to watch, but have I actually gone back to learn it?
Yeah. That's how I am. And I even like it when they say, yeah, I'm going to send you this PowerPoint, but I hadn't even looked at those either. So, yeah.
I mean, the only pictures I save are the ones of me and other people.
Yeah.
Or Diane or somebody that's going to promote what I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, I know. This lived the dream. This was my second one. And what I learned is I was like, well, crap. After those speakers spoke, I should have got up and went out and took pictures, but I stayed there to listen to the rest of the stuff. And I was like, I missed all of that. I'm like, where'd these people get these pictures with these guys?
Yeah.
I didn't. I learned that.
I used to worry about all that. I mean, even at the gala or the VIP party, it's like, I don't really think to take pictures with anybody. Unless they, for some reason, to come up to me and say, let's take a picture. And it was fun at the gala. Jim Finale comes up and he goes, what's up, Marty? What's happening? And I'm like, he's like, good to see you back, dude. I'm like, yeah, how's it going? Let's grab a picture. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. Whatever, dude. Okay, do what you want with it. I don't care. But because I've known I was in it a long time ago, and then I had heart failure.
Oh.
I died 5 times.
Oh, wow.
And so I just came back into it with Diane on the reboot. So I know all these people.
Oh, wow.
They knew me when I was on my way out. So
Oh,
now they're like,
God.
hey, what's up, buddy? You're alive.
That's funny. Last at the picture thing, I had met Sarah Cole. I don't know, somehow we connected. And so she was there and she was like, yeah, let's go take pictures. I love her because she's so just spontaneous. And so we were getting ready to take pictures, and Jim and Brian and Tim.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was like not all of them. Somebody wasn't there. Anyway, so we're like getting ready to take the picture, and they're like, well, they want to take their pictures. And Sarah's like, no, it's our turn. So we have a picture with a lot of them, and then it just happened, and it was really great. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I grabbed somebody's butt, and I was like, whoops, sorry.
Yeah, it's so funny. I a couple times Brian, he's like, hey dude, how's it going? He tries to talk to me and he gets pulled away. It gets pulled away. It gets pulled away. And finally it's like, okay, dude, we're hanging out. And I said, can I get a picture? And his girlfriend goes, nope, I need to take him away. And we just laughed. It's just like, later, dude. And I really didn't talk to him much until Sunday. But it was funny. I was hanging out at the VIP party, and I'm hanging at the bar. I'm waiting for my drinks, and I'm talking to this girl, you know, and she's like, you look familiar. How do I know you? And I said, I don't know how you know me. Who are you? And she goes, I'm so-and-so. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I didn't put 1 or 2 together. And finally she goes, well, I'm Brian's girlfriend. I'm like, oh, you're the one who, I know why you know me. That's why you know me.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I know last year they were at when we were at one of the parties that had the 3-story bar or whatever. And, you know, I was wanting to talk to Brian, but it was so many people wanting to talk to him. And then even this time I was like, it was just like, there were so many new people that they were just all like swarming everywhere.